Hi universe, welcome again to 100 Days Live with Sonya. But today I'm a bit sad actually because 100 Days Live with Sonya has to come to an end. I think is that something like that. In the very beginning, it felt that it was very very long, but after that I feel it is becoming habit for me, a good habit, of course, a good new habit in my brain. And if I'm not online in the morning, then what should I do? Well, there are so many works are waiting for me out of there. And then yes, I'm very happy today to be here again, even though this is the last day of 100 days live with Sonya. But I am with someone special, and I asked him to close 100 days live with Sonya because I don't want to be alone, you see, at this time. So
We'll
yes,
get through it together.
yes, a bit sad, but I'm very excited also for the next, for the other event, the other coming programs. I feel very excited about it also. So yes, 100 days live with Sonia has to come to an end, but then I'm very positive that there will be a lot of things that we can do. And thank you, Larry Roberts, for being here with me to share about live streaming, and then what we should do next, or what you can do next when you end a program. And it is a great chance for us to improve our live streaming because he is the expert in live streaming. Actually, he's into podcast, he is into business coaching, also in the live streaming. He does everything. So that's why we are going to talk about it further with him. And Larry, so thank you very much for being here today on the last day of 100 Days Live with Sonya. I know that it is like the last day, but I'm very excited that you are here also. Thank you. I feel very honored that you have time for me today, for
Hey,
us in the 100 Days Live with Sonya, you see.
I'm just honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I know 100 days, that in and of itself is amazing to have that level of consistency day after day after day for 100 days straight. That is an amazing accomplishment. And for me to be here
Oh, thank
to
you.
help you
Bing,
wrap it
bing,
up,
bing.
wow, it's amazing. So congratulations on what you've accomplished.
Thank you. What do you think about 100 Days Live with Sonya so far? I believe that you have already watched us also, for some speakers, some experts who share their experiences and, of course, their strategies in life and business, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you've had some of the best names in the business, from Ross Brand to Joe Pardo to, well, now I'm lucky enough to be here, and to be in that kind of company is just amazing. And again, it's a testament to the work that you've put in to attract those level of speakers and those experts themselves to come and share with your audience. And that is very, very commendable.
Well, thank you. I'm very happy to hear it from you. That's such encouraging words, actually, because yes, yes, you see, this is like the first day for me that I become very nervous. Like the first day, actually, yesterday was
So you're nervous right now because why are you
very
nervous?
nervous.
Because it's coming to an end. Because this is it. So it's gonna be different not doing it every day, right?
Yeah, yeah, because they say for building our habit, it is minimum 21 day and then 60 day, but I do it 100 days right away. So it is like the new pattern on my brain, right? And
Exactly. It only takes 21 days to establish a habit. So you did that by five. You went 100. So it's like creating five habits in one, all in one fell swoop. That is just it's insane, and I could never imagine doing what you've done. So it's too awesome.
yeah, I see many people do that also for 100 days, even for 1 year to go live streaming every day. But then they do it alone. They don't interview people, or they are not with the experts. Gathering the experts, about 90 experts. Not all of them can make the time, right? Yeah,
Sure.
80 until 90. I have a list because there are so many coaches or so many experts who replace or to reschedule because of the challenges that they have, or another event. There are so many things can happen in 100 days. It is not like only 1 week or 2 weeks event, right? And I know some speakers also at that time were sick because of COVID, and there are so many things that happen. But then you see, I because of their excitement, because of their spirits, they lift my spirits. They don't realize it that, but I do this also because of them. If I do it alone, then maybe it was impossible, right? Really. And then yes, this is the key of creating our live streaming, right? The consistency actually. And then you've been doing it for years also, you have been experienced in it. And then how do you build your brand in the very beginning? Would you please share with us?
Yeah, it's hard to get started sometimes because so many
Mm-mm.
of us, we're afraid to put ourselves out there. We're afraid to get in front of that camera. We're afraid of that either rejection, or we're afraid of people comparing us to somebody else that's also live streaming. So we get those voices
Mm-mm.
in our head, and it has a tendency to, stop a lot of us in our tracks. But I think one of the things that can especially come out of this 100 days that you've done is show others that they can do it too. You just do it. People go, "How do you do it? How do you get started?" You get in front of a camera, you log onto the internet, you find where you want to stream. Do you want to stream on YouTube? Do you want to stream on Facebook? Do you want to stream to multiple locations? How do you want to do it? Where is your audience, and who is the audience that you want to reach? Find that audience,
Mm-hmm.
find the best platform to reach them, and then simply do it. For the longest time, I wouldn't live stream. I wouldn't go on camera. Now I would do podcasts because I felt like,
Yes.
I can talk and people can they can discuss that on their own. But with live streaming, you've got that interaction that's happening right now in the moment. And some of that interaction, it might be negative. Maybe somebody might have some little comment that doesn't quite set well with you. Or I'll tell you what gets me worse than anything. I'd rather have negative
Mm-hmm.
comments than no comments at all. Those are
Mm.
the ones that get me.
Actually,
So I'm going, man, what happens if nobody says anything? What happens if no traction gets out there from this message that I'm trying to deliver?
yes,
That's what scares
yes.
me. But I tell you know what? There's never going to be any traction if you don't put any content out there to start with.
Mm-hmm, I understand. Yeah, I have just commented on Joe Pardo live streaming this morning that those negative comments actually they are boosting our channel. You see, no matter if they are negative or positive, they are going to boost our channel. Then there is one of the strategy also that I see from many live streamers, especially the YouTubers. You see. And Lenny, I would like to ask you a question. This
Okay.
is very important for me and also for everyone out there who have just started their live streaming or still afraid to go live streaming to leverage their brand and to be the leader in their field, right? So, um, because you are the best-selling author also, and you are the top-rated international instructor and course, right? And then, so what are the keys to reach those level?
Man, I think you nailed it earlier. You used the word consistency. And
Mm-hmm.
if there's one key to it, I think that's it. I think consistency is the key. You have to get started first and foremost, and then stick
Mm-hmm.
with it. Show up every day, show up every place that you can, and be consistent with the
Mm-hmm.
content that you're creating and delivering on multiple platforms. I still get grief, and jokingly, people give me a hard time about how is it that you are
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, Larry? Everywhere we go, your ugly mug pops up, and we see your face there, or we hear your voice there. How does that happen? It's because I'm consistent in what I do. And I've always made it a point to try to show up everywhere that I can and consistently deliver content that provides value each and every day.
Yes, and is there any certain strategy in your steps to reach those levels?
Again, it's getting started. That's the biggest strategy.
Mm-mm.
And I can't stress that enough. But once you do get started, one of the key things is understanding who you're talking to. So now
Mm-hmm.
we've got started. Now we're creating content. Now we're being consistent. But who are we talking to? What is our podcast? What is our live stream? What is our content? What's it all about? And how is it going to provide value to a particular audience? Once we have our content defined and we know what value it provides, now we have to target the audience that's going to find that valuable, applicable to what they do. So you have to find
Mm-hmm.
that audience. You have to find the people that are there looking for the content or the quality of the content that you're providing each and every day.
Yes, and what kind of content that we can provide for them, how to create the content in the beginning, because we don't know what to say, we don't know what to deliver, and we don't know what the market needs.
Yeah, and that's a very valid point. And you've got to start off if you're
Mm-mm,
looking to do it from a business perspective. If you're looking to grow an audience, then you have to do a little bit of research. You have to
mm-hmm,
first look inside yourself. Go, okay, what is it that I am an expert in? What is it that I could provide value with? What do what do I know? What do I like? What do I enjoy? What do I love? What's my passion? Then find out where that passion could help others. And I think that's one of the key things that we have to keep in mind is that as content creators, in an effort to grow an audience, we have to be willing to help others. That's the goal of the content. We get
mm-hmm,
the enjoyment of creating the content, which each and every one of us do. We love it. But for someone to consume the content that we love creating, it has to have value. So we have to do a little homework first, and we got to do a little bit of planning. We got to look back, we got to step back and go, okay, what is it that I'm trying to achieve by providing this content? Who is it going to help? And how is it going to help them? And then how can I tailor fit this content that I'm creating to provide the most value for that audience? So sometimes we got to step back just a little bit, maybe even take pen to
mm-hmm,
paper and start writing out a plan and understanding how we're going to go about what we're doing, whether that's creating a podcast, whether that's creating a YouTube channel, whether it's live streaming on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it may be each and every day. We need to have already in our head, we have to know what we're doing with this content. What are we planning this content for? And then we need to be able to approach it strategically and apply our plan. So that's the critical component there that a lot of times we tend to skip. And I know I did in the beginning for sure. I skipped the whole
mm-hmm.
planning phase. I just jumped on and went, hey, everybody, how's it doing? Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing today? Yeah, I've got a podcast. This is great. Go ahead and listen. Everybody sign up for my podcast. Guess what? It didn't work. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
work. Now, did I grow? Did doing that help me? You bet it did. Because every step we take throughout this content creation process, throughout this live streaming process or this podcasting process, is a growth opportunity. So even though I wasn't getting a lot of traction because I hadn't planned out my approach, I was just throwing stuff on the wall and hoping it sticks, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
still learning. I was still getting accustomed to being in front of a camera. I was still getting accustomed to my microphone. I was still learning how to use my voice whenever I talk to make the most impact. So each and every time I
Wow.
went live, I learned something and I took something away with that. And it's going to take time for everybody. You're going to make those same mistakes. But working with someone like yourself, or maybe with me, or Joe Pardo, or Ross Brand, or Tim Gillette, or all these other names that you've had over these last 100 days, working with coaches like that can definitely shorten that curve a little bit and get you there quite a bit faster. But we're still going to make those mistakes. But the thing that we have to reconcile within ourselves is that's okay. We can make those
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. It's cool, man. Everybody does it. And we're learning and we're growing as we go. So that's the big thing to keep in mind right there is you're growing each and every step you take, you're growing.
I agree, I agree. And how long does it take? I'm very an impatient woman. I don't like waiting actually. Yeah, and I don't like to make the too long plan. When I have an idea, then I do it because if I make too long plan, then it will not happen. You know what I mean? Because there will be too much thinking, too much planning, and then there are other ideas that come up which looks more interesting. You see. So how long does it take to reach it?
It's difficult to put an exact timeline on it, but
Mm-mm.
and I understand what you're saying. A lot of times we can get paralyzed by planning
Mm-hmm.
entirely too much, and then something else catches our eye. I'm the same way. I got squirrel syndrome. Squirrel. everything catches my eye, and I'm looking around trying to find that next little acorn or whatever it
Yeah.
may be. I get
Then we
distracted
lost the
so easy.
moment, right? It becomes like a
Exactly.
FOMO.
But I tell you what, as we evolve as content creators, as we
Mm-mm.
understand the process of planning and implementing content, that timeline gets shorter and shorter and
Oh,
shorter
okay.
for each project that we want to implement. To say how long it takes, man, it's really, really tough to say. I'll tell you this just to put it in perspective for you. On average, we're talking about live streaming here, and YouTube obviously is the number one platform for doing that, right? On
Yes, yes.
average, we all know subscribers are what it takes to grow our YouTube channel. Well, on average, it takes 22 months, 22 months, almost 2 full years to reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, we can cut that down significantly by doing our research, by planning our approach, maybe having a coach to help us along the way, and using some of
Mm-hmm.
the tools that are out there to help us along the way as well. So, but on average, for the just average Joe YouTube creator, 22 months to hit 1,000 subscribers. So that kind of puts it
And
in perspective for you there.
yes, and what kind of contents do you love delivering? Because you are very fun person, right? Then I don't think that serious programs with you. So even you make the serious program like Shark Tank, it is about business, but you make it fun with your partner, right? So.
Exactly. Joe Pardo and I join Joe on Friday evenings and we do the Shark
Mm-mm.
Tank evaluations. We do the Business Coach Reacts videos for each of the new Shark Tank episodes. We break it down. I think there's 4 pitches per episode, and we
Mm-hmm.
talk through each one of them. Joe's there to provide the real commentary from a business perspective. Now, while I will still chime in with the business perspective here and there, you're right. I do. I love playing the bad guy. I love playing the heel, and I come on and I might make fun of maybe the idea or something, and but then a lot of times they end up proving me wrong, and they do a lot better than I ever expected. So, but yeah, you're right. I love to have a good time. It's very, very difficult for me to stay hardcore serious all the time. Oh, let's just talk business. That's
This is
really
Larry Roberts in Business Review.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love it, and I do get serious when it comes to reaching my audience and helping others reach their
Mm-hmm.
audience. But I always like to do it having a good time along the way. So yeah, jokes are always part of my planning.
So Rosemary recommends me to the right person, to the right man, to close 100 days live with Sonya because I don't want boring speakers, then I can fall asleep, especially when I have fever like this.
Well, hopefully, I'm not going to put you to sleep. I mean, my goal number one is to not
No,
put
no,
my
no, no.
audience to
Of
sleep.
course, no, no. I was just kidding. And I would like to greet Jim Fools, Ross Brand, Joe Pardo, Michelle Martin, and Tim Chillet for liking our programs today. And thank you for being with us. And yes, Larry, what is your suggestion? What I should do next after 100 days live with Sonya? I would like to thank all of the speakers, all of the sponsors. But yeah, I don't think that I thank them enough, for making my dreams come true. They said that by making my dreams come true, their dreams come true also. So this is like the golden words from them, that I don't realize that they love our programs also here. So yeah, what should I do next then?
Maybe you
I
should
feel like
do
kinda
maybe you should
lost.
do 200 days. How do you
No,
talk?
no, no, no,
Yeah.
please. I
How
will
do
need
you
another
talk?
host, not being alone. I will need a co-host or someone who can replace me sometimes when I have to run to work outside with my team, you see. Come on, Larry. I'm still
It's
on the
so hard,
developing
man.
country. Yes,
It is
I still have to
so
work
hard.
outside.
It's so difficult to say what could we do after how can we top 100 days? And I
Mhm.
think
Of course, I will repurpose the content, yes. And
most definitely,
I
most
show
definitely.
you already. I haven't opened it to the other people, but I show you that I'm going to have a new show tomorrow with Joe Pardo. live stream your business. So I would like to have the entrepreneurs to go out of there, or even maybe the introverts, entrepreneurs who are still scared in front of the camera. Imagine me. I've been afraid of camera since I was a child, but then I pushed myself to be in front of camera, right? So yeah, I would like to help them too, and then that's why I make that new show.
No, and I love that. I saw that you're talking to Joe tomorrow morning. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, there's no reason for you to be afraid of a camera. I mean, look at this mug right here. Look, and I'm in front of a camera all the time. Come on now, if I can get in front of a camera, anybody
Mm-hmm.
can get in front of a camera. So it's perfectly fine. Don't hesitate to jump out there, folks, and get involved in live streaming and participate in this wonderful thing that's going these days called content
Mm-hmm.
creation. This is such an amazing opportunity. And thanks to Sonya here, we are, I mean, she's breaking ground
Thank
with going
you.
100 days in a row. And what can you do next? Yeah, you already mentioned it. You can repurpose the content. You can continue evolving your content. You can grow new content, just like you're doing with Joe tomorrow. You can help others grow their content. I'm sure others are watching today, watching this 100th day in a row of you live streaming. And I'm sure they're looking at it going, man, how do I do that? You're such an inspiration. All you can do from this point, Sonia, is to continue inspiring others by once again
Okay, okay.
staying, what's that word? Consistent. That's it right there. Just continue being you, continue creating phenomenal content, continue inspiring others to do the exact same thing. That's how you can give back to not only your community, but each and every speaker that's joined you over this 100 days as well.
This is a kind of commitment also for me to do this. Yes, and there are some speakers and some audience or viewers who ask me to do 100 days live with Sonya, maybe like the annual event, but I say, no, thank you.
Man, I don't know. Every year, that's a lot of. That is a lot. I don't know if people really
That's
grasp
why, that's
that.
why.
That's 3 months and 10 days, folks. That is a law. That's a quarter of a year doing
Yeah,
live streams every day.
From February when Rose Brand opened this 100 days live with Sonya, and now it's already May, and May almost ends already. So yes, it is
Just
a
think,
long
tomorrow,
journey, I think.
tomorrow you can go outside. How amazing is that? After 100 days, tomorrow you can go outside.
I will have my ice cream. I will have my lasagna. I will have my pizza. I don't care if the number of the pandemic is very high here still. I have to go outside. But actually, I go outside every day, right? I take the
That's
risk
good.
because, I cannot stay in the apartment all the time. That's me. Yeah, I go to the gym every day, of course. But then, yeah, I need something new. But it will be, I don't know. There is something like missing already starting from today. What I'm going to do for the morning, you see.
Yeah, most definitely.
And Larry, when you started to go live streaming, right? Before you know your purpose, what you want to do, and what you have to do next, and then how did you find it before the research at that time? Because there are so many input, I believe, from the other people to evaluate our program. That happens to me too, right? Of course, yes. In the beginning, before 100 days live with Sonya, there were so many doubts in me myself because there were comments about my English, for example, and then my equipment, for example. But I pushed myself. I went through it, and then yes, the right speakers. They are here with me. They support me in 100 days live with Sonya, and the ones who were not even famous, but they ask about a lot of things. They are not with us. So of course, 100 days live with Sonya bring me to to the people who support me and align with my program, right, and my purpose and my vision. And then, how did you do that for the first time, also?
I used another event called NAPOD
Mm-mm,
POMO, and it's National
mm-mm,
Podcast Posting Month. I think is what it's called, and it happens in November.
mm-mm.
And it's a great event for podcasters
When was
to.
it? When was it? How many years ago?
This was 2 years ago when I first
Oh
did
yeah.
this. So because I
Mm-mm,
wasn't into live streaming, again, I was hiding from the camera. I didn't mind getting on the mic, but don't look at me.
mm.
I don't want you seeing me. That's for sure.
Why?
So,
You are
but
not ugly. You
oh,
are not
thanks,
an ugly duck. you,
thanks.
you are a charisma podcaster, right? You have the charisma. You are a charismatic podcaster. That is on
Well,
your bio.
I was still scared. So I took this other event and I participated in it.
Seriously.
But instead of podcasting, because for the month of November, you're supposed to podcast every day, right? For this other
Mm,
event. And what I did is I committed to going on Facebook Live every day
mm,
instead of committing to podcast every day. So I took the event and I just kind of tweaked it a little bit for my purposes. And I thought, you know what?
okay,
This is
okay.
it. I'm going to commit. I'm going to tell everybody I'm doing this and I am going to do it. And sure enough, I did. So I took that whole month and I went live on Facebook. I actually started, I used it as kind of a secondary show and
Mm-hmm.
I named the show 10 Minutes In because my goal was to just get 10 minutes in on Facebook Live. So if I stayed on 10 minutes and talked about whatever topic it was, then I accomplished my goal for the day. And I wanted to do that for the full month. Now it was going so well and it seemed to take off on its own. So I ended up doing it for, man, I don't know, 3 or 4, 5 months. I don't remember exactly how long I went
Wow.
about doing it, but I just kept doing it because, man, when I got on there, I found out that I was getting some interaction. I found that I was getting some
Mm-hmm.
people that were watching consistently. I found that
Mm-hmm.
I was getting engagement on the post, and I was like, wow, this live streaming stuff, this might be for me. And I kept doing it and kept doing it, and things evolved. And now, after a while, that show kind of came to a wrap. But at the same time, that was how I got started. I committed to another event, I committed to reaching a goal, and I made myself do it. No matter how nervous I was, no matter how scared I was, I made myself do it, and I grew from it. And it turned out to be kind of successful. So it did really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very excited about it.
Wow.
And from that point forward, I broke all my fear of the camera. I got rid of all my fear of rejection on video and just kept doing it from there. So
Did you offer your programs or your products at that time? Because most of for us coaches, when we go live streaming, there should be CTA, call to action,
sure.
to do something. Yes. What about if we haven't had any program before when you start the live streaming?
I'd have a program back then. I didn't have a
Hmm.
CTA. I had no CTA or call to action. I simply went live, gave my take on whatever the topic was of the day. I used a variety of different things to help come up with topics and ideas, and I would talk about them for 10. Sometimes, man, I found it was so easy after a while that
Mm-hmm.
my 10 minutes in started evolving into 15, into 18 minutes in. And some of my videos were, they were stretching in length. But I never had a call to action. It was simply, hey, I take that back. Let's dial it back just a little bit because the CTA
Mm-hmm.
was join me tomorrow for another episode of 10
Oh,
minutes
okay,
in.
okay.
So that was my call to action, but I didn't have a program or I wasn't selling a course or anything like that. I was simply trying to grow as a content creator myself.
Wow, that's really great that you share with us here today. So yes, there should be no fears anymore to go live streaming for you out of there if you would like to be the leader in your community, right? And then if you want to build your community and meet your ideal clients out of there, yeah, maybe in the beginning you don't know what to sell or you don't have any program to offer, but then you need to introduce yourself for your personal branding. Is that what you mean, Larry?
That's it exactly. Because even if you don't have a program, even if you don't have a course or a book, or you're not selling it, even if maybe you don't even have a T-shirt to sell, you're selling nothing. But guess what? You are selling one thing. You're selling you. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you're live streaming, you are your brand. And if you go out there and you present and you provide value, then people are going to continue to come back for one thing, you.
Mm,
Just like
buy
you're
me,
doing the
buy me,
100
buy
days right
me.
now.
Buy
Exactly.
me, buy me, buy me. Like, like the children in Bollywood are the souvenir. They don't say buy my souvenir, but they say buy me, buy me, buy me, like that, like selling ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not quite like that, but you're selling yourself each and every time, and that's the thing. Like right now, Sonia, you spent 100 days doing this event, so people
Mm-hmm.
that have continued to watch over 100 days, sure, some tuned in for Joe Pardo, and some tuned in for Tim Gillette, and some tuned in for other speakers along the way. But if they kept coming back and they continue to come back and they continue to support, guess who they're coming back for? They're coming
Yes, I
back for
agree.
you, Sonia. They're coming back for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is your event. You're the organizer,
Yippee!
and your audience is coming back for you. So that's the one
Yeah,
thing that
and I
people
learned.
really need to keep in mind. You don't have to have a product. You don't have to have a program. You don't have to have anything, but you do have to have an audience. And live
Mm-hmm.
streaming is a perfect venue, a perfect vehicle for building that audience.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why also, even though not all of the speakers in 100 Days Live with Sonya will be on the next event, Online World Summit for live streamers in June, right? The 1st until 5th June. But there are so many new speakers. What I mean, new speakers are the speakers who haven't been in live with Sonya or 100 Days Live with Sonya, and they will be there to share their experiences and expertise also. But yes, this is my share or my efforts to provide the values from the experts. So not only just the common speakers, you know what I mean? They have to
Mm-hmm.
be the experts in their field, and that is not easy to contact them, especially because this is like the free program. This is not the paid program yet, and I haven't monetized that much, So that's why I'm very happy that our sponsors support us. I need many more sponsors to support us in what is it in creating the program in our coaching universe, right?
Sure, sure, 100%.
And Larry, what is your target this year? What are your goals this year?
Honestly, I accomplished my goals on January 4th of this year. So the goal's
Wow,
already
what's
there.
that?
So now we're just trying to make it even better. January 4th,
Congratulations!
I stepped out of corporate America
Congratulations!
and thank you so much. Became a full time content creator podcaster as of
Mm,
January 5th of this year. And so that was my goal. And man, I got it out of the way early. So now my goal is
mm-hmm.
just to reach as many people and continue to build my brand and continue to gain traction in the industry and become a thought leader in the industry. And I do that thanks to people like you that are allowing me on their stages, allowing me to
Thank
share,
you,
allowing me
thank
to be
you. I feel
involved.
very honored actually.
So it's phenomenal. And that's the thing about live streaming and the podcasting community.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a tight group and everybody in the community wants to see everyone else succeed along the way. And that's what's so cool. There's plenty of room for everybody to get involved. So people that are watching this right now, if you have hesitations of getting involved in live streaming, you're hesitating for whatever reason. Oh, it's too crowded a space, or oh, I can't get in front of a camera. There's no excuses, folks.
Yeah, no
There's no
excuses. You can
excuses.
contact me or contact Larry Robert here and
Anybody
every
in the community is
expert
more
in
than happy.
100 days. Yes.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
let me thank our sponsor first, Larry, before ending this, because then, yeah, they mean so much to me. They support me here to make
Sure.
this event happen. Also for StreamYard, and then of course, Ross Brand from Livestream Universe will become our main sponsor in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And then Jody Krangle of Voice Factors is a very lovely lady. And then Katie Smith of Catco Enterprises. You can come to her if you need to build your website for your personal branding also. And then Dr. Liz Insaning of Link Nutrition if you want to stay healthy like me. Healthy and sexy. I added healthy and sexy, not only healthy. Healthy is common. You can be fat and healthy, but I want to be healthy and sexy, right? Narmita Bibili, Narmita Bibili. She's into human resource department, right? And she has a lot of things to share with you. Tim Gillette of Simple Easy Marketing, one of our mentors. And then Rachel Gilmore of Art and Soul Adventure, Rachel S. Haslin of The Fullness of Your Power, it's a vehicle of the Empowerment Empire, Jesse Guthrie of Stream Sense Media, who created this frame for 100 Days Live with Sonya, and then all of the graphics, right? And Chopado of Super Chopado, and of course, Global Woman Empowerment. And of course, Larry Roberts today, who is going to close this event. Oh, I don't know what to say now. I'm speechless.
It's all right. It's been a great event. It's been a tremendous 100 days. It's an accomplishment that you'll look back on with pride from now until the end of time. I mean, not many people do something like this. This is an amazing accomplishment. And I
Thank
want to
you so much.
congratulate
Thank
you
you so much.
firsthand. And
Thank
I
you
also
so
want to
much.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. And thank you for helping or allowing me to help you close out this 100
And
days with Sonya. What an amazing event. Thank you, thank you,
oh,
thank you.
thank you, bing, 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 thank you. And then it sounds like, oi.
So there you go. A round of applause for you there.
Thank you, Larry. And then how can we reach you out easily after this?
I tell you what, the best place to reach me these days is Larry at
Mm-hmm.
podcastboost.com. You can email me there, reach out to me. I'll work with you any way that I can to help you grow your podcast, help you grow your live
Mm-hmm.
stream, help you grow as a content creator. Reach out to me once again, Larry at podcastboost.com.
And do you have any message for 100 Days Live with Sonya and, of course, our coaching universe for the next program?
Do I have a message for the next program? Everybody
For
needs to be
100
there.
Days Live with Sonya. Yes, I mean, for
I
our
can't wait for the
viewers, and
next
then,
one.
woo,
I can't
thank
wait
you
for
so
200
much.
days. I can't wait for 200 days. That's my
Oh, come
message.
on,
I
Larry, please
can't wait
don't
for
push
200
me.
days.
Please
I'm doing it. I'm
don't.
challenging you right now. 200 days live with Sonya. That's my
Then I will
message.
need to what is it, to change the time zone, because this is like yeah, because our viewers, our speakers are mostly in United States, so I made it in the morning, right? And then but the next time I'm going to put it in the evening on my time, and it is in the morning in the United States. But then our speakers from Australia will protest me because it will be their midnight. Yeah, in 100 Days Live with Sonya, we have already speakers from UK and Europe, because many of them cannot make it because this is their midnight time, right? So, but I cannot make everyone happy. You see, I'm not an ice cream or pizza seller, so yes.
And that's just
Uh,
amazing in and of itself. To think this is literally
mm-mm.
a global event. You have speakers from all over the globe contributing to 100 Days Live with Sonya. That's
Yes, this is my
amazing.
first international event, Larry.
That
Actually.
is that's it's unbelievable to even imagine that. And you've literally reached people all over the globe with this endeavor. And folks that are watching this right now that think I can't do that think I can't get started, that think I can't get in front of a camera, look, just do it. Look what Sonia's done. In only I say
Whee!
only, but only 100 days, she's reached the entire globe, the
Thank you
whole
so much.
planet. That's amazing. It's even hard to really conceptualize the fact that you've had speakers from so many different countries all around the world. And it's that in and of itself is just such an accomplishment. And I don't think that you can. I don't think people can thank you and congratulate you enough for what you've accomplished over this last 100 days. So once again, you have my utmost congratulations, and again, my utmost appreciation for being a part of it. It's just amazing.
No, it should be me who say that I feel very honored again for you to be here to close this event. And yes, I don't want to cry because I don't want to cry.
Don't cry, let it out, girl. Just do it. Just
No,
let it out.
no, no,
Here,
no,
I think I've
no,
got some
no.
tissue down here. Just go ahead,
No,
let it out.
when I cry, I don't need tissue. I need chocolate or flowers, lady.
You
That's the
ch-
problem. And ice cream. There is no ice cream here right now. I have to go to buy ice cream. That's why I don't want to
I
cry.
need chocolate or flowers. That is hilarious.
And ice cream, yes. So that's why don't make woman cry. That's it
Okay,
will be
don't
a
don't
big
cry.
problem.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. I don't have any
There is
chocolate
no
or ice
ice
cream.
cream here. And Larry, thank you so much for being here. And I'm proudly wanna close this event for the next event, because however this event has to be closed, it has to come an end to open a new beginning, right? For also for the event tomorrow, live stream your business, and also for the next event in June, which is going to be sponsored by Restream, especially as our main sponsor or our official sponsor. You see, because of my commitment and yeah, my consistency in 100 Days Live with Sonya, big company like Restream started to see my potential and become our official sponsor, right?
It's
Then
amazing.
I'm very proud of it. So yeah, maybe the form is not in the financial for 100 days like with Sonia, but I get so much value, so much experiences. I become a better host, become a better speaker, become a better event organizer, everything for the international event that maybe not happened before, you see. And yeah, thank you so much for being here to support me to close this event. And so many things I don't know how to say.
It's okay.
Let him
It's okay.
please close this event, please, for me and for us. I don't know what to say now.
All you can say is cannot wait for the next one and appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching and supporting. I appreciate everybody supporting Sonia. We know that this couldn't have happened without the viewers, without the sponsors, without all the support. And I know, Sonia, that you've loved every minute of it, and everyone that's been a part of it has loved every minute of it as well. We thank you, and I know all the sponsors thank you as well. And again, I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the next event. So
Thank you so much. So I'm still speechless and
it's okay. It's
humoring. So,
okay.
Larry, please close it officially.
Do you want me to close it officially?
Yes, yes,
Oh my
please,
God.
because
Okay. Well, everybody, this is it. This is here we are. We're going to wrap up 100 Days Live with Sonia. My name, once again, is Larry Roberts. Sonia has gone out of her way over the past 100 days to bring us all of this tremendous content, all of these tremendous speakers, all of this just insane value. And I think that all we can do is sit back in awe and hope that we can find it in ourselves to contribute half as much as Sonia has over this last 100 days. Sonia, thank you very much. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching my session. Sonia, thank you for having me. On behalf of
thank you so
everybody
much.
and Sonia, we're going to close it out now, folks. Thank you so
Yeah,
very,
we
very
are going
much.
to close, and then to not forget to register to our next event, online World Summit for live streamer with Sonia, the first until the 5th of June, and there will be about 50 speaker maximum. I have already chosen 25, so only 25 more, and it is only 1 week away because I would like to give the best for you again, more than in 100 days live with Sonia. And to not forget to register to wordsummit.anitasonya.com, wordsummit.anitasonya.com. And again, I feel very proud, very no, 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 no.
Look at that.
I
See, that's
feel
beautiful.
very
You see what she did there,
proud.
folks? That was that CTA right there. That's that call to action. You see the
I,
way
I,
she did that? Purely
I
professional
feel
right there.
really appreciate
Oh,
what you
are
do
you
for
crying?
100 Slaves
Don't
Sonia.
cry, Sonia. Don't cry. We'll do
Oh
it
no, ice
again.
cream. No, no, no. Yeah, we will, we will.
We'll do it again. Good
Thank you
job,
so
man. Good
much for
job.
your support, for your help in 100 Days Live with Sonia. Without you, our audience, our sponsors, our experts, as the great speakers, this event will not happen. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next event. Bye bye. I don't.
Thanks, everybody. Bye bye now.
Thank you, Larry. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.